Charlie! What you doing, boy? He's the pilot when I'm out.
Cool.
He makes sure everything's safe while I'm gone.
Sure. So you're hauling.
You'll see that. Plus, it puts more liability on the driver,
Right. Sure.
and which. Well, that's my opinion, but
Sure,
but
sure.
in my opinion, the insurance is on the companies ought to go down because the liability, part of the liability comes over to us because we have to keep our scores right, or we don't have a job.
Right.
And when you're from little town America,
Right.
I'm from a little place called Sharon, Tennessee.
Okay.
There's not a lot of jobs around, and trucking's one of the best jobs you can have
Okay.
because you can go out, do what you need to do, and go home.
Right.
And where we live, there's not that many jobs anymore.
Sure.
The factories have moved away. You know.
So there were some factories in the area.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
There were several in our area, but Kennesaw Transportation, based out right out of Georgia, Metro Atlanta area.
Okay.
And I've been with Kennesaw 5 years. 2 months from now, it'll be 5 years.
Okay. Good.
And I participate on Kennesaw Transportation safety team. We go to state competitions at Lake Lanier, Georgia, with GMTA.
And that's the Georgia Motor Truck Association.
Yes,
Okay.
Georgia Motor Truck Association.
Okay.
And since Mike's come in,
This is Mike Clay,
Mike Clay,
safety director.
yeah, our safety director,
Okay.
he come in and took an aggressive approach. He saw the rules coming down. He was ahead of the rules.
All right. Okay. We're talking about CSA 2010.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was implementing safety, new safety things already before the 2010 thing came up.
Right.
So,
Okay. What did he do exactly? Before the pilot CSA 2010, the test program started in Georgia. What was he doing before that?
well, when he first came in, he had to get everything straight in the safety department. Everything, which it was current already, but
Right.
update stuff. So he done a lot of updating and got us involved in the GMTA truck driving championships.
Which had the effect of what? Like, what did that do for you guys,
It
drivers?
for me, it was a morale boost because
Okay.
it helps bring a better image to trucking.
Okay, sure.
And I believe I could say for all the guys that participate in that, it done the same thing.
Okay.
A lot of the team drivers don't get to see what we do in the competition.
Okay.
So,
Because they're sort of not eligible to participate in that.
but they do a CD at work, and they tell what happens at the competitions. So.
Oh, okay, okay. Sure.
So, but Mike took a proactive approach to safety when he
Okay.
started. And then about 2 years ago, they started the pilot program for 2010, which made made our rules stricter
Okay.
as far as tickets. I mean, Kennesaw is tough on tickets, but that's good because we have safe drivers.
Sure. Yeah, how did things of this nature?
If you get a ticket, you go on a year's probation.
Okay. It's just no questions asked. Just straight across the line. One ticket, year probation. Okay.
Yep. I mean, it's a safety violation, you're on probation.
Okay. Okay.
It's gotten where most companies are going to have to do that
Well,
if they're going to stay in business.
you remember that time when they started changing the policy?
They put it out on the quail call.
Okay.
Made drivers aware because Kennesaw Transportation is an employee-owned company.
Okay.
So they made all the drivers aware. It made everybody more proactive when they get these notices.
Okay.
And but we went from a 95
Okay.
down to 40 in a year.
Okay.
It was 40 or 45 around there.
And that's for the
The score,
yeah.
the scoring for the company.
Okay.
And of course, these new rules score us
Right. Right.
as drivers, and that's going to be nationwide. I mean,
Sure.
it's been over a year, well over a year ago, Mike said something to me about it, and I was like, yep, it's coming down,
Right.
but that's part of advancing in safety too.
Sure.
In order for FMCSA, TSA, the transportation industry as a whole, they have to work together as a team.
Right.
Or it's not, I mean, they can throw a heavy hand and force you,
Right.
but before long, you put more trucking companies out of business. Back several years ago, when the FMCSA started working with trucking companies, law enforcement started working with trucking companies, they started having these kind of state competitions.
All right.
The law enforcement was involved in that. The driver saw that the enforcement officers had a job, they have a job, and they could work together as a team.
Right.
My pause is that, or caution is that they're going to force this to where there ain't teamwork.
It's gonna come back.
But I've seen it. I mean, I've been driving for 20 years. 20 years ago, the same thing happened. They started enforcing heavy-handedly,
Okay.
and then a lot of the drivers started bulking up against enforcement,
Sure.
and it blew up.
Okay.
And the only time they had good success is when they worked together.
Sure. Okay.
And because an officer has his job to do.
Right.
My safety man has his job to do. I have my job to do. And we should all be working for the same goal.
Okay.
And if it's safety, that's what we all should be working for.
Okay. Now, do you think that's what happened with Kennesaw and the intervention here in the pilot test? Is that a example of good cooperation, I guess? Is
Yeah.
what I'm asking? Yeah. I think so.
I would say so, because I mean, yes, there are drivers that will rail up against anything.
Sure.
But if they understand their job, and Mike's doing his job in safety, then if we're all doing our jobs, then it shouldn't be no problem.
Sure.
We're all working as a team, all working for one goal. My question to FMCSA is, how are we going to repeal and go back and take this off this record?
Right.
Because it was dismissed out of court.
Sure.
This happened 10 years ago, or actually 20 years ago when the CDL come in. Everybody was screaming because these states weren't set up on the computers right, and their tickets were getting lost, and they get dismissed, but it was still showing that you had a ticket. Okay, is that going to happen now?
Right. Who's going to take it off?
Yeah, who's going to take these points off?
Right.
Is there a way to repeal that
Sure.
off the record? Because if not, what fairness would that be?